Okay, so I'm back, and hopefully I won't be crying anymore. Um, so I wanted to talk about what is how people understand, and that people. I don't think many people understand what it's like. Sorry, I'm trying to rest my arm because it's getting sore holding this camera. um, this is such a horrible angle. Um, I don't think a lot of people understand. I really, really don't. And it's hard to understand when you don't have this disease. When you're healthy, it's hard to understand. I know, like, I still have some friends from high school that I see from time to time. And, I think I've posted some videos of us bowling and things like that, but I don't see them very often, mainly because we're all quite busy, and most of them have children of their own that they're busy with. So for a while we were trying to get together at least once a month, but it hasn't happened in a while. And but one of our friends is single. I think she's the only one in our group right now who's single. So she's kind of in a different frame of mind than we are, and she wants to get out and meet someone. And so, anyways, for a while, like I think the first 2 or 3 times that we started getting together again, we were all just coming over to my house and watching some Glee, because most of us are big Gleeks, and we were playing um, uh, Glee karaoke on the Wii, or playing Wii games like Wii Sports or Dance Dance Revolution, just playing some games and just hanging out. And she had said, well, I'm getting tired of just hanging out at someone's house. I want to go out. How about the next time we go dancing at a club? And I'm thinking, well, I don't think I can do that. um, I mean, I was quite honest with her, and I said, well, I don't think I'd be coming. And if I did come, I'd probably be sitting down most of the time. So I probably wouldn't have that much of a good time watching everyone else dance and me just sitting there. I mean, yes, I can dance, but maybe only for 1 or 2 songs, and that's it. And then I'd be tired. So, there's another example of someone not understanding, what it's like. And she also, she goes on her Facebook and complains about so many things, about not having a guy, and her life sucks, and this and that. And, I've told her so many times, you are so lucky. You don't have, you shouldn't be complaining. I mean, you're healthy. She has her health. She can pick up, go and out whenever she wants, do whatever she wants. I mean, she goes for walks every night. If she just feels like it, she gets up and goes out. And, I've told her, I'm like, don't take that for granted, because I can't do that. I used to be able to, before I got sick, I used to be able to just say, hey, it's a nice day out today. I'm home. If I had a day off, or if it was the weekend, and I'd say, hey, I have a day off. It's a beautiful day. I'm just going to go for a walk, or I'm going to walk over to my favorite store and, walk around and take a look, and not necessarily buy anything, but just go out, and just on the spur of the moment. Like, even sometimes I would get out from work. From a day's work, I would get out from work And I would say, I feel like going to the mall. And I would just go. I would make that decision on the spot and go. And now, I've had times where I've finished work on a Friday and Alex was going to be going out with his friends, so I knew I'd be coming home to an empty house. And sometimes I've gotten out of work thinking, gee, I'd really like to just go to the mall right now. But then I stop myself and I'm like, can I really do it right now? And most of the time the answer is no. Because I'm so exhausted. It's like, is it worth going to the mall right now? Because I'll probably barely make it to the mall. And if I do, and I get through my little rush of shopping, I'm going to be even more exhausted than I am right now, and I'm going to pay for it tomorrow. So, healthy people, they don't get that because they don't have that. They have options. That's the way I look at it. They have options. They can just make a decision of what they want to do on a whim and do it. You know, they can wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to do this today, or I'm going to go out and do this, or I'm going to go and see so-and-so. Or, you know, in my case, I love reborning. If you're a reborn artist, I'm going to wake up today and I'm going to paint all day. I can't do that anymore. I don't have the luxury of just choosing that. I have to think about everything. I have to weigh out, is it worth me doing this if I'm going to pay for it tomorrow and the day after that? So that's one thing they don't get. And then a client of mine who bought one of my reborn dolls, and I've kept in touch with her, and we've kind of become friends through doll fan and keeping in touch. Well, you know, she's heard me talk on doll fan about my fatigue and how bad it is and how I don't have energy to paint my dolls right now, and it's depressing me. And I mean, sometimes I don't even have the energy to go up and just change one of my dolls' outfits in my collection. This is something that I used to do almost daily because I love dressing them up and holding them, and I'm like, if I'm on that, once I get home and I sit down on that couch, it takes everything out of me to get back up off that couch. I would sleep there all night if I could. Honestly, I would. But I know I wouldn't sleep. I'd sleep even worse there than I do in my own bed. But like it gets to that point that I'm on the couch and I get myself kind of comfortable and I'm watching my show. And sometimes I'll start dozing off watching my show and I'll think, and then I realize it's bedtime and I'm like, I do not want to get up. Like it takes every last ounce of energy I have to get up to go to my bed to sleep. So when it comes to that, it's like I come home and as soon as I sit down on the couch, like I said, it takes everything out of me to get up. So I'll sit there and I'll think to myself, I would love to go and get one of my dolls right now and change their outfit and hold them for a cuddle. But I'm like, I do not want to get up off this. I cannot get up off the couch right now. Or I'll think, I'd love to go and work on painting this kit some more. No energy left to get up. And so anyways, Emily came by last weekend. I think it was last weekend. Was it last weekend? No. I think it was the weekend before. Or maybe it was last week. I can't remember. My mind is lupus fog. But she came over because she wanted me to make some adjustments on a doll that she bought, a reborn. She wants me to put in new eyes and give it a new hairdo and just some little things. And when she came over, and she saw me. She asked me how I was feeling, and I was like, And she said, well, you look really good. She's like, I thought the way that you were talking that you'd be in bed right now. And it was one of those situations where I really didn't know what to say, because it's like, wow, I think this is actually the first time I've gotten the "but you look good" comment. And I'd heard about it, but I'd never experienced it, and I didn't know what to say. I just kind of chuckled it off, but it's like they don't get it, because you look fine. And I was up and talking to her as if everything was fine, but I was really tired that day. I was recuperating from a week at work. But it's something they don't understand. And yes, I probably would have loved to have been in bed at that moment, but I will never spend an entire day in bed, no matter how tired I am, especially if it's on the weekend. I may want to stay in bed all day, but I force myself to get up at some point. I may sleep in late, like 10, 11 o'clock, but I will get myself up, because I think I would just get even more depressed if I stayed in bed all day. Because then it would be even more of a reminder that, wow, like I really can't do stuff. At least if I pull myself up out of bed, sometimes I'll, on the weekend, sometimes I'll find the energy to do one little thing I enjoy, if it is maybe just quickly changing an outfit on a doll, or writing something in my journal, or I'll go on the computer for a little bit and watch some videos. Or, then usually I'll spend the rest of the day watching some of my shows. And I mean, I love my shows, don't get me wrong, I love my shows, but I just feel like my life is passing me by with me just spending my extra time sitting and just watching TV or going on the computer. Because there's so much more I would love to be doing, but I just can't get the energy to do it. So that's where I'm at, and I broke down crying tonight because of the whole job thing, and then it just brought everything to the surface, like what I'm telling you guys. And Alex and I, we had a long talk about it, and he was saying that for the longest time, his grandmother was the only one on his side of the family that was asking him how I was doing. Because, again, like I said, they don't get it. They don't really understand how bad I am. And they don't understand why every time they ask him how I'm doing, he says, well, she has a bad headache, or oh, she's really, really tired, or oh, she's in pain. I mean, I don't think they understand why it's like that, I mean, sometimes I know that they've even said, well, how come, like, she's not getting better? Like, I mean, they don't get it. And I mean, I've given them reading material, but I don't believe they've read it, because the questions they ask tells me they haven't. And it's frustrating when people do not want to educate themselves. I don't know about you guys, but I find that frustrating, especially when it comes to family. And Alex has also said that his mom is the only one who's ever asked him how he's doing in regards to all this, because it affects him just as much as it affects me. And I'm surprised that people haven't asked him more, but apparently his mom is the only one who asks him how he's handling it all. And so I'm going to get into more about that in another video on another day, because my time is almost up. So wish me luck that some other part-time job just as good comes up soon, and that I get it. I'll see you guys in the next video.